Namaskaram, Radio Nyra listeners. I am Kanthi, your radio host. We are in Muchatlu. Welcome. Today, we are truly honored to have with us a dynamic leader, a powerful voice for Sanatana Dharma, and a passionate advocate for Hindu unity. We have a very special guest with us today, someone whose voice resonates deeply with Sanatana values, cultural preservation, and Hindu unity across the globe. Currently on her grand USA tour with 25 cities, more than 100 programs across USA, she has been visiting temples, meeting Indian diaspora, and sharing a powerful message that goes beyond the borders. It is now our privilege to welcome BJP leader and renowned speaker Srimati Kompella Madhavi Lata garu to Radio Nyra. Namaskaram, Madhavi Lata garu.
Namaskaram.
It's a privilege to welcome you to Radio Nyra. And welcome to North Carolina, Srimati Kompella Madhavi Lata garu, and welcome to Radio Nyra, and welcome to Muchatlu. I'm the host, Kanthi. Namaskaram. Madhavi Lata garu, you are on your grand USA tour right now. What inspired you to embark on this journey across America in the year 2026, and how the response has been so far from the Indian diaspora?
What inspired me is having my Hindu here. Nothing can be more interesting than that. And to meet your own people, to be greeted by your own people, I think is the privilege that I can enjoy as of now. In the same way, I wish that I go around entire globe, spread the word of Sanatan Dharma, reinforce it, anchor it, and strengthen every Hindu that it is you who has a bigger responsibility globally to ensure prosperity and peace beyond what today many religions try to propagate. We belong to a Dharma. We are a civilization. So we desire the globe should head without keeping the borders as a restriction to grow towards prosperity and attain peace. And I feel I'm privileged that I have been invited by Save Temples, the SaveDharma.org organization. I'm happy that the kind of a confidence they had in me, that I can take this word around Hindu American. I would still again repeat and reinstate among Hindu Americans, so that the Americans here who are born Hindus, whose before generation has come all the way from Bharat, I wish them that they should take up, own up the prosperity, the peace of America also. And it's been fantastic the way my American Hindu families have been receiving me, greeting me, and giving me immense love.
Very happy, Madhavi Lata garu. You have been deeply involved in electoral campaigns and grassroots political work in India. In today's elections, what matters more? Social media campaigns or face-to-face interactions? What actually influences voters' mind?
If you ask that what is more important to a body, eating food on time, taking your supplements, doing exercises, going for a sport, listening to music, knowing the current affairs, we say everything is important. So today social media is the next level of technology, through which probably we also have our own advantages and disadvantages. But whatever you are trying to work for the larger cause, for the cause of the common man, for the cause of the families which are downtrodden, and for the cause of the youngsters whom you look forward as the future development of any nation, you pass on your vision, your mission, your energies in both the ways. Also through social media, and it is very important that you also meet them one-on-one and do the maximum field work, because the negative side of the social media is trolling. And if you would want to reach your common man, who you are exactly as a personality, you can't just depend on social media. While social media is like a catalyst, it's going to speed up your actions. But the truth and reality of who you are as a personality, whether you have come into politics to make it as your career, for your benefit, for your selfishness, or take it to your family generation, or you have come here to help, to work, to dedicate selflessly to see the ultimate human race moves towards prosperity and peace, is only proven when you are on the field one-to-one with every person that you would want to work with. So I require both of them are like two eyes. You need both of them.
Very nice. Madhavi Lata garu, your tour highlights themes like Project Temples, Hindu unity, and Sanatana across the borders. What key message do you want to leave with the Indian American community here in North Carolina and across the US?
I would not want to first address as Indian American community. First, the India has changed its name into Bharat.
Right.
So it's Bharat American community, but I would also not stick to this terminology. People whose origin, whose birth has been in Bharat, you can call them as Bharat American community. But the Gen Z or the youngsters who are born in America, you should not connect them anymore to Bharat. You need to call them as Hindu American community. That's how we should liberate the generation, because we say in our Sankalpa, Jambhu Dvipe Bharata Varshe Bharata Khande. So what is very, very, very important, that it doesn't really matter today whether you connect yourself as a Gen Z to the land of Bharat, but what is very important is, do you connect your identity to Sanatan Dharma? Because this Dharma teaches you to be truthful, to be loyal to the land from where your piece of bread and butter is being earned. So do you wish that Dharma should be established, anchored on the land of America, where you are looking forward for prosperity and peace? This is what I would look at. So my piece of word or a message to Hindu American would be that, be proud to be a Hindu. Be proud to be a Sanatan Dharma person, because it's only Sanatan Dharma which has never counted its community by quantity. When I am saying this, I mean that we never wanted anybody to convert into Hinduism. We believe in quality of Dharma. That means you could be any person from any region, from any language, or from any religion. If you believe in prosperity of universal brotherhood, if you believe in peace and sanctity of universal brotherhood, if you believe to have a big heart that every religion should prosper to benefit the peace, the prosperity, the sanctity of human race, then I think you have done the best job for taking birth as a human being. This is what Sanatan Dharma teaches. So I want Gen Z to be proud, to be confident about that they belong to a Dharma which never believed to increase by numbers, but always believed to increase the quality of human race to go forward.
Thank you, Madhavi Lata garu. You have visited temples like Sri Kalikambal Shiva Temple in Boston, Sri Venkateshwara Temple and Sai Datta Pitham in New Jersey, and many more temples also in Washington, D.C. and Virginia. And what differences have you noticed in how Indian traditions are practiced and preserved here in America compared to back home in India, Bharat?
I would say that I'm extremely proud about Hindu American here. For simple reason is I would not want to compare them with Bharat. One simple reason is It isn't easy to uplift, keep up the traditions, the culture, and the entire Dharma to take forward on a foreign land. Because you need to come here, you need to understand, you need to adjust, you need to first make your livelihoods, you need to build your securities. So, as an individual coming from any part of the world, if you're settling on some other foreign land, it takes time for you to own up the land. After that, then you need to settle, you need to own up, and then comes to you of thinking about uplifting or sustaining or attaching yourself to your mother identity. I say a mother identity. I didn't say motherland. I'm saying mother identity. That means you as a Sanatan Dharma person.
And very excellent phrase, Madhavi Lata garu, mother identity.
Because that's how we say my mother tongue, right? You don't say Bharat tongue. You say mother tongue. That means that everything that gives you who you are as an identity is a mother identity. So Sanatan Dharma is my mother identity because I have been named by my mother. I do understand along with father. When I say mother, it is my parents. Who teaches me what to eat? Is my mother. Who talks to me in a mother tongue? My mother. Who tells me this is your God? My mother. Who tells me this is your Dharma? My mother. Who tells me this is your religion? My mother. So the entire identity of who I am, apart from belonging to the motherland, is my mother. So my mother, my motherland, my mother identity. So somebody who is born in America, what is their motherland? America is their motherland. What is their mother identity? Their Dharma, their religion. So they need to go hands in hands. So there is no comparison. Let's not compare.
Beautiful.
So I am proud about every Hindu who has come from Bharat, who is born on American land. The way they are trying, the desiring, that need to keep up the mother identity called Sanatana Dharma is fabulous. I don't want to make it small by comparing. I'm proud. I'm happy. And I bless and wish that take it further and further, more strong and anchored. For one simple reason is because it's only Sanatana Dharma which believes in universal brotherhood. They don't show any other religion less than them. They say that they're proud to be humans. Let's work together as humans. I wish that such Dharma should go forward in the best interest of American land, in the prosperity of American land, in peace of American land, so that this American land bestows peace and prosperity entirely globally.
It's a very lovely answer, Madhavi Lata garu. Thank you so much. And here in the Triangle area, we have a very vibrant Indian community. So what message do you like to specifically give to the professionals, students, and Bharat people, Indians here? And in North Carolina, the people are balancing their American life with their personal and spiritual lives. So what message do you like to give to them?
I can tell only one thing to all my beloved Bharatiya Americans and Hindu Americans. It's not just about NC, it's about the entire America. See, Bharat has been a great land which has its own contributions, not just, dharmically in the form of religion and temples. You all need to know that it had a great impact and influence on medicine in the form of Ayurveda, in the health in the form of yoga, in the mental peace in the form of meditation. These are all what we took birth on the land of Bharat. Today we see and we need to appreciate many learned from other religions have hugged and invited these forms. I would just give a very, very simple, just 2 to 3 examples. The cow urine, which our own children do not understand the sanctity, the greatness, because they have not been informed, fed by the knowledge by their parents. America has patented it for their medicinal use. We need to talk about these things to our children. Because the Gomayam Gomutram is taken as a Panchagavyam, as a small portion of Tirtha by Sanatan Dharma people. You know for what reasons? Whenever, by whatever life mode or lifestyle, we miss on the probiotics of our stomach and intestine, this Panchagavyam of the cow will start building again the good bacteria in the stomach and intestine. It's nothing but one of the best probiotics. That's the reason we do it in a drops quantity in the form of Panchagavya by every Sanatan Hindu Dharma person. But all sudden, the whatever modern education that a Hindu started taking, they have started judging with half knowledge that the Sanatan practices are remote. They do not carry any value. But no, that's not true. West started hugging it. Let's take turmeric. Turmeric is part of our daily food. That means what? Sanatan Dharma knew that there is no time for people to go on a capsule mode. So let it be part of the life. Asafoetide, hing, ingua, which is part of the life. Cumin, part of the life. Mustard seeds, part of the life. Curry leaf, part of the life. Everything has been part of life of Sanatan Dharma, because Sanatan Dharma way back knew that the upcoming generations would be very, very busy in understanding neo-modern science as a language. The responsibility would grow by stress. So, not talking too much about how life needs to be led, they've made it part and parcel of the life. That's the reason they've turned Sanatan Dharma practices in the form of colors, like Holi, making you happy. In the form of decoration, telling you that life need not be morose. They have taught in the form of lighting the lamp, that there needs to be light all around you, not just in the form of physical light, but the light of enlightenment. They have taught us that it is very, very important that you pray the God, closing your eyes, because that few little moments of practice that you want to do is nothing but meditation. And it is also explained and told us that you need to sit in a posture to do it. So without your knowledge, it has imbibed and inculcated yoga in you. That is Sanatan Dharma. So we have to say that it is beyond a religion, because it's way of life and civilization that has the ability, that has the strength to accept it, to change, which many of the religions cannot, and they are rigid. Because it's only Sanatan Dharma which has told that earth is round. Even much before scientists of the world could even knew that they need to figure out that earth is round. It was taught through its Panchangam. Do you know, it's only Sanatan Hindu Dharma calendar gives you, adds you Adhikamasam, Mudam, which gets balanced within 5 years of Gregorian calendar. We are far beyond what today somebody can understand and judge. But we need to appreciate that West started understanding it. At the same time, we need to understand we ourselves are going away from it and trying to understand. So it's time we get anchored, appreciate, understand the Dharma. We may not get answers from the elders. Why? Because they are not taught by their elders. There has been a disconnect for the last many decades. So I would leave this responsibility very humbly. I throw the challenge to the Gen Z. If you are not able to get answers from the families, it doesn't mean Dharma has no answers. It is just that we forgot, or we have not dwelled to get these answers. So Gen Z, please be smart. Please be confident. Start loving back your Dharma. Each one of you become Shankaracharya. Each one of you become Madhvacharya. Each one of you become Ramanujacharya. Each one of you become Raghavendra Swami. Get out. Figure out what the Dharma told you. Now you get us the answers back. Maybe it's time Gen Z becomes the teachers for their own mother and father. Who knows? That's what Sanatan Dharma says. It doesn't matter what age you belong to. Are you humble enough to know that your Dharma has answers? You do not have answers.
Madhavi Lata garu, Sanatana is described as eternal, and a lot of people these days, lot of things are saying about Sanatana Dharma. So, what does Sanatana Dharma mean to you personally?
Sanatana Dharma is nothing as such called personally. What I mean to say is that Sanatana word means ancient. How ancient? As ancient as possible, where you cannot give a particular date.
Even in the Bhagavad Gita also, Sri Krishna mentioned Sanatana.
That's what
word.
I'm saying. Sanatana.
So it is much older than Bhagavad Gita.
Exactly.
It appears.
Fantastic that you've quoted this. Sanatana means the one which has no date in backdated history. That means, that's the reason we have yugas, Satya Yuga, we have Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga, and it is told that these keep repeating. That means it is a dharma which has been evolving along with evolution. It's called Kalamana Dharma. And Kalamana Dharma means it's a dharma as per the time and yuga. And how old is dharma? The dharma is backdated without any date. That's the reason probably. If you can check any Hindu child across the world, the Gen Z, Hindu Gen Z across the globe, you still find them soft. You find them, I would say adaptable. You find them generous. You find them only talking about terminologies that welcome universal brotherhood. Why? Religion didn't give us the Sanatan, thousands of years of genetical formation in DNA and RNA has given us this patience, this acceptance of universal fraternity of brotherhood. How can you just restrict with a date? No, because all other religions, even till date, propagate commenting people, insulting people, burning people, converting people. But it's only a Gen Z Sanatan Hindu who doesn't believe in this, who just wants, let there be peace and prosperity around me. Let me love everybody. Let me be good to everybody. Tell me what else can a religion or a Sanatan Dharma can give you genetically that even without you really as a parent not teaching what it is, they imbibed it in a personality. That's what now Gen Z needs to understand. You're peaceful, you're soft, but let that not be your incapability. Let that be your strength. Let us be vocal about it. Let us be proud about it. That you who are so nice is because the dharma that has given you since years.
Madhavi Lata garu, for us, temples are not just places of worship. Temples ante మనం అక్కడ చిన్నప్పుడు పెరిగాం, పెద్దవాళ్ళయ్యాం. We grew up with the culture. It shaped us what we are today. So, across India, in many countries around the world, temples are facing vandalism. And how do we work towards achieving social harmony? Your thoughts, please.
In Sanatan Dharma, temples have never been a mere place of religious propagation, unlike many other cultures of the world. For us, temple has been a place of Shakti Kendra. That means socio-economic support for a community. That's what temples have been. For instance, if there is a temple, look at the kind of rituals we have in temples. We take coconut to the god. We offer flowers to the god. We offer the dhupam in the form of agarbattis to the god. We offer fruits to the god. So we used to have shops before temples. So are we not building the economy there? We offer clothes to the god. People may talk about we praying idols. But don't you think, because establishing an idol in a temple, Garbhalaya, we are propagating economy for a poor man. In every religion, there are set of uneducated people. It's not that you or me have made them uneducated. There are different circumstances where we may not be responsible directly or indirectly for that situation. But where should that person's livelihood go? When he realizes or she realizes, let my children study now. They need to make 2 ends meet. They need to make their own bread and butter. How do they make? The temple gives them the dharma. We offer saris or dhotis to the god who is in the form of idol. Now, are we not helping the weavers?
Yes.
Second thing. Are we not helping by doing annadanam in the temples? Are we not helping a farmer to grow, to contribute there by paying him? Third, by making a person mandatory all 7 days, giving each day one god, are we not making the business around the temple economy grow? Fifth, by making it colorful, the temple, decorating it with flowers, are we not making a place so interesting, so pleasant, so colorful for us to enter into a place? By encouraging dance, music, various types of fine arts there, are we not keeping people who learn these cultural activities sustained with their livelihood? By keeping pravachanas there, helping them to teach what's written in our itihasas, puranas, are we not making a human being be a human being, quoting them the best examples of the entire Dharma? While doing all these things, the temple always does a sankalpa for loka kalyanardham, sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Now this actually helps the Garbhalayas to concentrate with a universal, selfless power. And it is like a Wi-Fi connection. You have a mobile with you, you go away from Wi-Fi connection, you can't interact. What do? You take your mobile, you search towards the Wi-Fi connection to come to the router. Why? That's where you get connected immediately. These Garbhalayas are the centers of Wi-Fi connections, of prosperity, purity and strength. So when you come to the temples where Nitya Puja is done, these Garbhalayas start concentrating with positive energy. We as human beings, we go around the world. Our desires, our requirements, our responsibilities, our duties make us drift towards being selfish. And in the whole process, we do not know when we get derailed not being a Sanatan Dharma person. So when we come back to these temples, that's the reason they say, sit with a Padmasana in the temple. Close your eyes and at least for 5 minutes meditate. Because these Garbhalayas, these temples help us to get disconnected with the negative forces that are working around us. They help us back to rail again on the tracks of Dharma, so that we go back to the community and society once again selfless to work towards human race development, independent of the land wherever we live. That's the reason temples need to be propagated, because they are the most selfless places that work for universal prosperity.
Yes.
And such places way back.
Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu.
And it's not just that, they are the economy centers. And let me tell you, such places should now start speaking about dharmic politics or political dharma. Because ultimately, when politics follow the dharma, the path of dharma, then they start propagating universal peace. So temples are never away or should go far from local land politics, because you need to teach in temples that stand up for the land where you are making your bread and butter. If I am in America, if I am a Hindu American, I should be telling in my temple that stand up for American prosperity. Go out and vote for the person who believes in following Dharma. Go, get up, help, become the strength for such counselor, for such congressman, or for such senator who wants to build peace on the land of America. Become their strength. It should come from temples. Because Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu doesn't happen if your ruler doesn't believe in it. So you as a temple entity should propagate peaceful politics. If you don't teach, how would a person know that you are a great contributor to such politics? It used to happen in ancient times. Even the kings used to do their announcements at the temples, because they believed temples will propagate peaceful and selfless politics, which we lack today. That's the reason I want the temples, especially Hindu temples, across the world to be strengthened, and more so our Sanatan temples like Kashi, like Mahakal of Ujjain, like Chidambaram, like Tirupati, like Kanchi, like Kamakshi, like Kamakhya. All these temples needs to be protected, supported, taken forward by every Hindu, irrespective of the land that they are born or from where their bread and butter comes from. It can be Hindu Australian, it could be Hindu Singaporean, it can be Hindu Malaysian, it can be Hindu American, it could be Hindu Middle East, it could be Hindu Bharat. Doesn't matter.
Very nice, Madhavi Lata garu. It's very, very broader explanation. Thank you so much. Madhavi Lata garu, many devotees feel that while temple protection is discussed emotionally, but concrete action is often missing. And where do you think the real gap lies? Policy enforcement or public awareness? What are your thoughts?
It's just because Hindu picks up certain terminologies which is not followed by the rest of the world. We only follow. Out of such terminologies is one such called secularism. We need to be very clear, very precise that Sanatan Hindu Dharma has been constantly teaching the secularism in the form of Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Sarve, all, Jana, human beings, Sukhino, prosperity, Bhavantu should be established. Who can teach secularism better than this? Loka Kalyanardham. Lokam is the globe. Kalyanam again is prosperity. For the sake of universal prosperity. Who can even teach us secularism? The problem with the Hindu is Hindu gets drifted. Because maybe of too much of freedom given in the Dharma. Because Dharma wants a Hindu to realize by himself, by herself what Dharma is. Because Sanatan Dharma believes that you cannot force a religion onto your own person, but the person should realize what Sanatan Dharma is. This freedom has been misused by Sanatan Dharma Hindu. We don't impose on them. But we believe that when they realize with all fundamental level, strong, established, anchored. We believe in giving freedom. Look at it. The only Dharma which gives freedom to his own person to comment, to criticize, to discuss, to argue, to give the freedom, you follow, you do not follow. For the basic statement it gives, Manava Seva Ye Madhava Seva. That means it says, if you can serve a human, the God says, my dear kid, you have saved me, served me. Which religion speaks about this? But does that give you a leverage to insult your own dharma? Does that give you a leverage to feel weakened in front of other religions? Does that give you a personality to say that the other religion or other individuals, when they taunt you, should you succumb? So are you weak being friendly? Are you weak for being friendly? Are you weak for being broad-minded? Then it is up to you. You need to think that probably you are not united. Probably you are not realizing that the personality that you have today and you are enjoying speaking about universal brotherhood is what you have got from the Dharma genetically without being taught to you that. And you do not want to feel great about it. You are feeling weak about it. You are being taken for granted by the world and you are not realizing it. In spite of being highly educated, in spite of earning in dollars and pounds, then I feel pity for you. I feel pity for you because you did not lift up Dharma yesterday, nor shall you uplift Dharma tomorrow. Dharma is taking care of you. That's the reason Sanatana Dharma says Prakriti Dharmam. That means we believe that the nature is working to help you to walk on the path of Dharma. Sun comes to me, sun goes to me. Moon comes for me, moon goes for me. It does its Dharma and goes away. That's the reason we learn from Panchabhutas. Rivers flow. They help us. They help us to irrigate. They help us to be fed. They do their Dharma. Mountains stand strong high. They obstruct the clouds. They help in raining. They do their Dharma. The Agni comes. It helps me to cook. It keeps me warm. It does its Dharma. My motherland, the earth, helps me, gives me shelter, helps the crops to give their yield. It helps me. It does its Dharma. That is the reason it is only and only and only the Sanatana Dharma which praise these Panchabhutas. So even fistful of people across the globe who believe that I exist because of Dharma and I need to pay back to my Sanatana Dharma. God knows that these people are going to protect the Dharma for tomorrow. But we do not do it because we want to protect Dharma. We do it because we want to pay back humbly to our Sanatana Dharma. But a Hindu, at least in this new age, should understand that. What is lacking in us because of which vandalization or vandalism is happening in temples is because of two reasons. One, you are not feeling proud and great about being a Hindu and you're not united. I don't mind saying this. Two, you are not standing up for political dharma or dharmic politics. And these two things are realized by a Hindu, I would say, dare not anybody would touch the temples. If today they are touching the temples, remember one thing, that they are scared as and when a Hindu wakes up. Do you think vandalization means that, they are trying to attack a physical entity? No. They are panic. They are scared. They are worried. Whereas Sanatana Hindu Dharma becomes strong to propagate peace and prosperity. They're already scared. They're worried. Look at them. What is it the religion teaching them? I pity those people who come and vandalize my temples. Oh my God, you become so weak. You become so mentally, unstable. I don't vandalize other temples. That's what my Dharma taught me. That shows who you are. That shows your upbringing. That shows your strength that your religion has given you. I wish that my Dharma should give you peace. I wish my Dharma should tell you prosperity. I wish my Dharma should teach you to be able to live with everybody. Take everybody along with you. Take it towards the prosperity of whether it is America, whether it is Australia, whether it is Europe, whether it is Bharat, whether it is any place across the world. I pity those people who come from those religions who could not teach them universal brotherhood and fraternity. I'm sure if they can come to Sanatana Dharma, we will give them that peace. But we will never ask them to get converted. We do not believe in increasing the numbers. We believe in spreading the human quality on earth.
Very lovely, Madhavi Lata garu. It's always lovely speaking with you, Madhavi Lata garu. So, how can ordinary citizens, whether in India or outside India also, how can they contribute towards the temples and towards the culture and traditions? How can they play a key role without the donations part?
I would ask you one thing, my dear friend. I will say that I will go to Ivy League school every day. I will sweep outside. I will do physical contribution. Will the Ivy League school give you free of admission? Will it give you? No. Then why is it without a donation you want temples to grow? Why should somebody come and do it free of cost services inside the temple to sustain the temple? Is this question being asked by any other religion? I do not want to donate. How will my religion temple will go forward? Is this question being posted or answered by any other religion?
Besides donations.
Yeah, let this be the
Besides
statement.
donations, not just the donations part. Because donations means they are just wiping their hands off by just giving the money.
No, I will not say
Along
that.
with that, what the key role can the people play?
I would say that idam dhanam jagat. That means it's not that your physical contribution, your services are anywhere underestimated. But when they join with the donations, or when donations join with these two things, they make the prosperity of Dharma strong. See, we have Vijay Lakshmi, Virya Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi. Why do we have Dhana Lakshmi? It's because all of them together bring the prosperity. Now I get your point that apart from donations, what else should be done? We all need to know that. We have just restricted temple as a social status or symbol that I go to temple and come. Going to temple is not a social status. Going to temple doesn't mean that you also want to be called Hindu after a period of time when you have earned enough in life. Or you want to tell your children that, see, because you are a Hindu, you go to temple. No. The whole perspective should change. We go to temple because we need to convert the temple as a strong socio-economic center for a Hindu. I would give a simple example.
Very nice.
Suppose there is an ex-temple in North Carolina. Think from Bharat or some, your own community, students on education visa or H1 visa, they are traveling to North Carolina. I would say these religious institutions should put on their website saying that students or H1 visa holders who are traveling from Bharat to North Carolina, you can contact this Hindu institution. We will help you to stabilize here. That has to be your strength. You need to bring in together and become the strength of your own Hindu. That is what temple teaches. You should be able to give that small little, bread and butter in your own way to that newly come student who comes on education visa and who has to contribute to the food. The local earned, stabilized Hindu should start this, maybe if not free food, on a very affordable prices to that student who comes to North Carolina. See that this food parcel is available at the temple. You can pay the minimal dollars, less than what you get outside a burger or a pizza. So you are doing three things. You are not letting him get the junk food. Second, his earnings are diverted towards the temple protection. Third, you are helping him to get home food away from Bharat. Four, You are making that new student or H1 visa person who is coming to North Carolina get attached to temple as an economy center, as a bhakti center, as a strength of psychological strength, as a fraternity. You are already introducing him. We're all there for you, my dear children who come from Bharat. Don't worry. You are there here for you. You are growing by strength like this. By doing such a dharmic thing, we need to now start making this. This is very important. Get united to grow big and let temple be that center for you. Then such people, when they come forward to take this help, put them to service work. The Sunday there needs to be, these are the 10 set of services. Cleaning the temple, washing the temple, watering the plants, helping the temple administration. They will do it. No. Because they come from Bharat. They know that serving the temple is the utmost punya karyam for them.
Yes.
It's a blessing in disguise for them from the God. But they also know that they're being loved by North Carolina Hindu community. Mm-hmm. Look at the warmth they feel they're doing for their parents. Yes. They think they're doing for their own God.
Yes.
They feel they're not away from Bharat. So make them feel there is Bharat in America.
We have a very big volunteer system in temples and culturally also, Telugu schools or whatever we name it. We have a very large number of volunteers.
And you also should help the Gen Z to come up with rock music in the form of bhajans.
Yes, yes.
Why should only we stick to the traditional form? When we know that the generation is moving towards the different styles of passion, love, attraction, let them just help them to open up their styles. See, we have different styles of, singing bhajans in a very traditional way. I would say now, let the Gen Z come up with the most rocking style, a rap style of singing bhajans about Rama, Krishna, Shiva, Shakti. Maybe it's time we enjoy music in all forms.
Yes.
And the ultimate goal is move towards the Dharma, the Bhakti Marga. Maybe we need to here be little modern. We need to adapt to various ways to help the Gen Z to really love their Dharma. I would say we need to conduct more and more medical camps. Instead of going back to Bharat and doing the medical camps in Bharat, I think an Hindu American should conduct more and more medical camps in all those areas where we have lot of our own American born, we have African American born, they are our own brothers and sisters. We have Red Indians, they are our own brothers and sisters. We need to know Mexicans, they are our own brothers and sisters. We need to stand up to strengthen how our Sanatan Dharma can spread its both hands to help our own American born and who needs our help and strength. Sanatan Dharma can hug anybody. This needs to get into the Gen Z. Be a Sanatan Dharma. Dharmic person. Be a Hindu. Be proud of it. Because our Dharma only taught us to serve, to serve, to serve. We never questioned any back. What did you give me?
Very beautiful.
I feel proud and confident to be a Hindu woman. That's the reason even when I've come to America, I can love America. I can be thankful to America. I want to be thankful to America that, hey, the land of America, you have welcomed my people here. You have taken care of my people here. I only wish my Sanatan Dharma should bless this land of America to be prosperous, to be peaceful, and to equally love back my Sanatan Dharma Hindus. Together we will make a peaceful world. That's only my Dharma taught me.
Nice. Madhavi Lata garu, what legacy do you like to leave through this tour? What legacy do you hope to leave through this USA tour, whether for the Hindu diaspora or for the broader understanding of Sanatana Dharma worldwide?
I would only say one thing, that before questioning whether you are weakened by being a Hindu or before you could question anything that is there in Sanatan Dharma. You first have to appreciate that Dharma even let you question these things. So, you are at an advantage by being a Sanatan Dharmic person. You are blessed because you are born Hindu, because this Dharma has given you the freedom to question. And when you do not find answers, I repeat and reinstate that Dharma has answers. You do not know the answers. Look at all the great gurus. Look at all the great gurus. Right from Shankaracharya to Madhvacharya to Ramanujacharya, Raghavendra Swami, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda, Sadguruji, Sai Baba, Shirdi Sai Baba, Puttaparthi Sai Baba. You just take Mata Amritanandamayi, Ravi Shankarji, Chinmayananda Swami, take any guru. They have become gurus not because they have accepted Dharma. They become gurus because they went in search of understanding, questioning the Dharma. So you need to dedicate yourself. You do not get ready-made answers, because Dharma is science. Dharma is civilization. Do you get answers and become a scientist? No, you do experiments. You dwell yourself. You go into the laboratory. You search for your truth. That is Sanatan Hindu Dharma. Hey Gen Z, go search for an answer. I am ready to make you my guru. Search. It's not great to comment, but your humbleness is in searching. Why so many people today turn into world yoga activities if my yoga is not appreciable? Why today entire world is picking up my herbs as their medicinal contribution or basis for their medicines? If my Dharma hasn't given the great herbs to the world, why today people turn into meditation irrespective from whichever part of the globe they belong to? If my Dharma has not given the finest way to bring down the mental stress and depression, bring it down through meditation. So I do have answers in Dharma. Hey poor kid, you were probably not introduced to them. Doesn't matter. The way you would want to know what football is, how much ever your coach may teach you, you will still have your style to put the ball into the goal. That's how you're unique. However, your teacher may taught you how to play electronic guitar, you still would put your soul to figure out a new way to play it. So he is your Sanatan Dharma. Figure it out by yourself. The day you come up with a great point, do not forget there is a very humble soul by name Madhavi Lata to learn from you, Gen Z. That's how I feel my Dharma will go forward.
Madhavi Lata garu, looking ahead, what gives you the most hope for the Hinduism globally? So whether in India or among American diaspora.
Me being Sanatan Hindu Dharmic woman itself is a strength for me. I don't have to take strength from anywhere else, because my Dharma did not teach me to be coward, to be timid, to comment negative. Rather, my Dharma taught me that you are the best friend for the globe. My Dharma taught me you can never be bad. My Dharma taught me you can never wish for else's bad. My Dharma taught me you are the best person. In spite of having a family, and you think about your family, you still think about for the world's prosperity. What else can I ask from God? My Shakti, my Shankara, my Rama, my Krishna. What else can I ask? That they have blessed me with a great boon, taking birth in Sanatan Dharma as a woman. I have 100% confidence on every Hindu, irrespective of the piece of land they belong on this globe, irrespective of age group they belong. I know that they're all going to one fine day going to get united globally and work towards the prosperity and universal brotherhood and peace. That itself is my strength.
Beautiful, Madhavi Lata garu. Madhavi Lata garu, you have connected with devotees in many temples. You have visited many temples so far in New Jersey, Sai Datta Peetham, Sri Venkateshwara Temple,
Pittsburgh, from where I've been coming right now.
Yeah, in Boston, everywhere, also in Maryland. So, what is the most touching or surprising moment so far that actually through you have been meeting a lot of people from the youth?
I'm extremely thrilled when I met the Gen Z. I think the Hindu American parents should now chill down. Because of their love that they left to Bharat, I think they are a little overwhelmed. They're too good. Gen Z are too good. I pray on this land. I keep meeting more of them. They're amazing. They're pretty interesting. They're very enthusiastic. They just need somebody to give them the right answers. They are open-minded. They're a little confused. They're also a little stressed, that I can understand. Mm-hmm. So we all need to liberate them saying that, hey friend, don't worry, you are an Hindu American. You own up your America. You do not have to say that you belong to Bharat. Because Hindu Sanatana Dharma says we are Vishwa Hindus. We're not just Bharat Hindus. Those little kids, those lovely children who are born in America, who are Sanatana Hindu Dharma individuals, they're Hindu Americans. Let them start loving their Dharma, being an Hindu American. Let them spread the Dharma on the land of America. Let them be confident soldiers of Sanatana Dharma. Let them enjoy the God through their own way of music and style. Let them figure out a new path, how to reach the Almighty called Sanatana Dharma Bhagavanta, who is Nirupa. But to reach the person who is formless in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we need to help them through the form of Rupa. That means you need to pick up a God in Sanatana Hindu Dharma to reach the formless. For a very simple example, I would say, we put children across the world in schools. In the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th classes, you have so many subjects, different subjects. You have social, you have life sciences, you have mathematics sciences, you have moral sciences, you have sports, everything. But as you go to high school, 11th and 12th, they narrow down. And the subjects of different styles start becoming big. You go to undergrad, you narrow down to single subject. It widens up. You go to postgrad, you are left with one subject, but you go at a micro level. And the moment you go to the doctorate, you are left with a small portion of one subject which you try to understand in detail. That's exactly the formless of the Sanatana Hindu Dharma. But to go there, why are you introducing to so many subjects in the first and second class? That is what even Sanatana Hindu Dharma introduces you. The multiple forms of gods, so that we pick up from Hanumanji the sincerity towards Rama. We pick up from Ganeshaji the sincerity towards parents. We pick up from Shankara the nobleness, the simplicity of life. We pick up from Ramachandra the stability, unsturdiness, whatever problems come to you. We pick up from Krishna the humbleness of always to smile. We pick up from Shakti to tell how great the woman is in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. That's the reason we introduce to so many gods, that it is a character and personality building for a child. Not that we are confused and we have so many gods. We know we are never confused. Our path is clear. We are pretty sturdy, pretty clear. Where the child to take to ultimately. We are going to take this child one fine day to the formless form. But for that, he's a baby. She's a baby. Mm-hmm. She needs to be handheld and taken even in the path of Dharma and religion. We don't want them to get scattered, confused. As they grow up, they pick up any one god that they think that they can connect to them. That's the reason how Purandaradasa figured out Krishna. That's how Ramadas has figured out Rama. That's how Mirabai figured out Krishna. That's how Shama Shastri has picked up Ma Shakti. That's how many other people like Vivekananda has picked up gurus as their gods. We are not confused. We are damn and pretty clear. That frightens and scares others who have selfish motives. And our motto is not selfish. We are disciplined, we are organized, we are systematic, and we know where to take a Sanatan Hindu child, because ultimately we want to teach them without any burden, without any rules, without any restrictions. We want to teach them universal fraternity and peace. And show your gratitudes to the land where you make your bread and butter. That's the reason I'm so confident, happy, and liberated that I am a Sanatani.
Dear listeners, I will announce some Madhavi Lata Garu's schedules here in North Carolina. Madhavi Lata Garu will be visiting, she will be giving her discourse in Shirdi Sai Baba Mandir on January 29th from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and in SV Temple on January 30th from 7 to 8 p.m. And Madhavi Lata Garu will be coming to HSNC in room number 8 on January 31st from 4 to 5:30. So dear listeners, please go and visit all these discourses and enlighten. Madhavi Lata Garu, finally, any special message to our Radio Nyra listeners, how they can involve and how can they participate into any of the events or activities? Do you have a special message?
I would want to tell that it's time that we also learn world's language. We cannot be extremely confident and just operate cluelessly. Now it's important that our birth identity belongs to the motherland where we took birth. Our soul identity is Sanatan Dharma. If, as a Hindu, we want that Sanatan Hindu Dharma as a soul identity to continue forever, generations after generations, for a simple selfish reason that we have our own rituals when we are born and when we die. We need to be cremated the way we belong to our family. We want to be given that death anniversary process to be done to us, because that's how we believe in Sanatan Dharma. We go to our own great worlds. So be selfish, Hindu. Just don't start thinking about Dharma when you think now you have time. Don't try to inculcate Dharma or expect from a child once they are 10, 11, 12 years, then, and just be aloof in their small kid. Because the generation has changed. At our age, we have seen adolescents coming at 16. Our parents' adolescence came when they were 19 and 20. Means adolescence here is mental maturity. Today, by 8 and 9, kids are getting forced to become adolescents because of the ecosystem influence on them. So we need to be also little more careful and responsible parents. Dharma or being Hindu cannot be a late realization in our life. It has to be an early realization in life. So we need to help a child, teach them first basic things, Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava. A child needs to be taught to touch and bow to the mother who is her or his goddess. Touch the feet of the father who is his or her god. The head which cannot bow in front of the own mother and father. What will it ever understand what Dharma is? Second thing, we all have to know that whatever income we earn, The wealth creation is not sinless. That means you could be doing a job. Doesn't matter. You are doing a small entrepreneurship. Doesn't matter. No wealth on the earth across yugas has been ever earned or created selflessly. You can't do a business without profit. And can any one of us tell that this profit is clean? No. So even as an employee, when you are picking up your salary, the salary as a wealth has been created with some amount of sin. And this salary you are carrying back to your family. So every month you are making this money. So you need to spend a percentage of it on dharma, so that you leave the rest of it clean for your children and your family to prosper. This is what is done by every religion. I am openly giving this statement today. It's only you, a Hindu, you feel you are doing a favor by doing a donation to temple. Do not forget you are cleaning the sins, knowing or unknowingly, that you are committing in your life. Now, this percentage of amount, it's my advice. It's up to you whether you want to take it or not. You're all free to take it or leave it. Make it into 3 portions. One portion of it, spend it to the Sanatan, age-old temples of Bharat through organizations. Second portion, spend it to your local temples who believe, reinstating this point, spend it to the local temples who believe in establishing dharmic politics. Temples which say that we don't participate in politics, that means they are abandoning you from secured rules, kings or politics. That means if you do not support good politics, politics have no time to take care of you. So you should contribute to good politics. You should contribute to politics which are wanting to spread peace and prosperity. Then how can somebody stand up? You need to appreciate if somebody is in America coming up saying that I want to stand up in politics and I want to spread peace here, I want to spread prosperity here. If he is not trying to be selfish, you should appreciate such leaders. And temples should support and stand up for them. If such temple is not standing up, then you need to understand the temple cannot stand up for you also tomorrow. The third, so you need to contribute to the temples. The third portion of amount, which has been put aside now, I'm sure openly in America, you are allowed to contribute along with your vote, some financial support to the local leader who stands up in politics. Stand up for the person who wants to stand up for Hindu American. Stand up for the American politics to the leader legally as per American rules who want to stand up for Hindu American. That's how you are going to make this land more beautiful place to live, not just for you, for everybody who thinks America is a land of prosperity and opportunities.
Very nice, Madhavi Lata garu. Thank you so much, Madhavi Lata garu. And before we wrap up, I would like to ask you to chant a mantra or shloka. We have seen you in multiple videos. You were chanting Rudram and a lot of shlokas and stotrams also. Even you were singing also. So can you please share some shloka or a stotra from you feel like?
Oh, sure. I was just thank you so much. I was just trying to make I don't know, but I was just trying to make a small new music to probably reach my lovely Gen Z. So in the entire process, there is something called Siva Panchakshari Stotram, which I was just trying to give some kind of new or modern kind of music to it. I'll just give that that try. I'll give that try here. Let me see if anywhere, if my Gen Zs like it, who are American Hindu born, please pick it up, make your way of music to it, and spread it around so that I feel very happy having come to America. Hara Hara Mahadeva, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Hara Hara Mahadeva. नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्माङ्गरागाय माहेश्वराय नित्याय सुन्दराय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय हर हर महदेव हर हर महदेव हर हर महदेव हर हर महदेव. Just presenting a piece of it, looking forward that it should go into the Gen Z.
Very
all I believe is God. Just enjoy your way. Reach Him your way.
Very beautiful, Madhavi Lata garu. Thank you so much for joining our studio, and thank you so much for coming to studio. And really wish you all the very best, and hope all the causes will come true.
They have to.
They will.
Because I wish for the universal manifestation. There is nothing called impossible in my dictionary. Sanatan Dharma shall stay blessed, shall stay blessed, shall stay blessed. And such Sanatan Dharma will bless my Hindu, will bless my Hindu, will bless my Hindu across the world.
Really wish Sanatana Dharma long live and long
forever.
Forever.
For eternal. For eternal.
Thank you so much, Madhavi Lata garu.
Thank you. Thank you so much.